Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have an NA Sunday night fight for you. The first map here is the Otto and Sherrick Farms, followed up by our second map, which is Cook's Counter Charge 2 times in a day. We'll see what the differences are. Thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you can get live streams of all the broadcasts we do and advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of all the events we cover with no commentary and UI. With that being said, our teams for today, on the Confederate side, we got the Sussy Brigade and the Irish Volunteer Brigade. So the brigades versus the Union side, which has I Corps, 2 Corps, Pennsylvania Army, and the 5th New Hampshire. With that being said, our numbers for tonight, it's about 190-man server right now, 4 in balance in favor of USA. However, CSA is taking 3 on artillery, so in balance of about 6 right now. Not bad whatsoever. So let's get it. Otto and Sherrick, a fun little map indeed. It's been very interesting. The meta on this map has changed very drastically over the past 4 years, obviously with the changes of the game. For example, when I first joined this 2020, the Union strategy was sit here on this stone wall and shoot at the Confederate team the whole match. And that's how you won the game. Eventually, the strat was to charge up and then to take this house and basically hold in here all game. That was obviously very hectic because imagine trying to fit like 100-some people inside a house. It's just chaotic. The developers ended up removing flag respawns inside of buildings in the game, so that obviously killed this meta. So Union strategy is to charge up this right side and kind of hit here. Obviously, the Confederates just can't let them on this side, this half of the map. By this half, I mean we're talking about this divider here. So CSA want to keep the Union off of this side. Union just need to find some way to get an effective ticket ratio on their opponent, because it can be a hard assault to do. And you can see Union gathering up on that stone wall because historically they're going on the right side. While it is kind of exposed for the Union going down the hill here, they have a little defilade here that they can reform, provides a little cover. Then also they have some cover in the wood line. CSA defense, you got the twin banners here located on the far left side, kind of in the more historical CSA position. You have the IVB. And on the far right, you have the 5-9 NY First Delaware.
You guys want to hear a retarded Chinese Donald Trump?
Oh
He's got
boy.
Down syndrome.
Oh no.
The Joe Biden is the greatest I've ever seen. I love Joe Biden. He's Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe.
That just sounds like Trump, I'm not gonna lie. It's made me a little tired. Sleepy Joe. He's very tired. You got some I Corps guys, 6 Georgia with Goondawg there. But Union's starting to push up this right side, holding in this defilade that they do. I'm surprised CSA is having so many reserves, I guess, on that far right side. And what do we have here? The 5th NC skirmishers pulling up on that house. They get a little nice view of the battlefield, but... Union holding up on this side. They don't really are getting it. Got the 6 LA on the right. You got the 5th New Hampshire to their left, and oh, where's 5th VA? Might be back here. Yeah, there they are. Good old 5th VA. You got the PA. Looks like they're going up and over, and you have I Corps. Anderson's. I don't think Walker's is here.
Friendly's moving up.
So we'll see when Union decides to go up on top of the hill. 5th NC kind of shifting over here. I saw the 2 ends and I got a little confused there. CSA on the right side kind of moving in, hitting the Union on the side.
BK, have it your way. You rule. I don't know if you want to stand there, the big show.
I haven't heard that in a while.
Big show.
Break your reload, let's go.
There we go. That's a start. That killed probably. Wow, that killed a lot less than I thought. Maybe 1 or 2.
Up the bleak, up the hill.
So, I mean, it's going to be a matter of time, I think, before Union charges. Obviously, The bars, for some reason, at the beginning of the matches, go down really slowly and then start picking up. It's really deceiving. So the rate will slow, but it'll pick up. But I am gonna assume Union's gonna have to get aggressive at some point. I'm surprised they haven't tried charging it. Someone just shot the officer. Oh, it was Souls or someone else, but they just they deemed whoever
Gunner
they dinged
is
rather.
not good. He's in fact getting no bitches. He got his PC. Oh, Gunner's not here. Where is he?
I am unvaccinated. You go.
Back, Luke.
Oh, you gotta
Go to the house. Go to the house.
We got out of lines.
Enemy's house.
They're moving to the house.
Enemy's house.
Fifth VA is going this way, but Union's starting to shift over to this right side. CSA is kind of falling back. I haven't seen Union try to go out this far before. Got Cloud from the A and V representing here. A and V regiment's not here tonight. They normally are, but they're taking it off for the 4th of July weekend. They're playing a lot of events, so it's very fair. So Union kind of pushing up. IVB's moving down, trying to engage here. I mean, you're seeing the tickets drop, but again, that bar is deceiving. Oh, Dante's got the spirit, but unfortunately, he's going to die. He's the only one to go in there.
Shoot it out.
How did you miss that shot?
This is really weird. Everyone's just in point blank shooting. The 5th NC is kind of move over to this right side. They're getting some shots, and Union looks like they're charging in. IVB falling back. A couple guys going a little late. But good push on Union so far. They're up on tickets, and they've just started. That cannoneer distracted a good chunk of the Union guys, and it allowed CSA to hold pretty well on this front. But CSA, I mean, they've taken some good ground here. They're a little deflated.
Alright, we're gonna regroup. Yeah, everybody let's just hold right here. Gentlemen, let's hold right here. Let's use this defilade till we get our command back.
Yep, there we go. So CSA basically has this side of the, who the heck is here? War crime. So it's very fascinating. Normally CSA really tries to hold this side, but they've really just let the Union kind of up here.
Get out of my way, losers, suckers and losers.
Right face, southwest west. Let's go.
Right face.
Southwest west, break those legs. I think I have a good spot for us to sit, get some kills here.
All right, Red's cooking. That's what Red loves to say. It's his quote, let him cook. We'll see what they do. Union team still kind of holding in this deflated area here, using these bushes as cover. CSA is trying to get around the side. Let's see how good the volley is.
Spray.
Killed a couple.
Go back. North. Get out.
It is Twin Banners who did that,
Reefer, run.
taking
Reefer, break load.
only minimal casualties.
Good maneuver, boys.
Beautiful work, Joey. Beautiful work.
Got Doug trying to see what's going on here.
Look at
Best fighters.
Who knew Trump was over here too?
To the star!
So CSA trying to keep a little pressure up. Union kind of pulling off the defilade a little bit, maybe taking too much heat, holding on this fence line here. CSA's just running up, taking shots and falling back. You got that flag moving above the bush in the center. I think IVB's moving across.
Do not cap.
Union is capping.
Spread it out.
They don't want to cap. They're up on tickets right now.
They're coming.
Kill's a kill.
Watch the southwest.
So you do have 5th VA and some I-Corps guys kind of on this left side harassing artillery. Just a one-man crew. Maybe there's more. He might be by himself, but
Oh, this guy's in the bush. Oh, wow.
the 1st Delaware 59th guy's over here.
That's one of us.
That's right, you're loading, sir. You're here, Union. Come to the burger shack. We want you to come up here. Come here. Ninja, I hear you. You're wanted by the President of the United States, Ninja. Ninja, you can hear me. I know it. I know you can hear me, Ninja. It's me, Donald Trump. You're wanted over here, Trump. Come on, Nick. Get over here. You're wanted. Everybody knows that you want to go.
Got you, boss.
Gonna get war crime though. Good shot
Go off that fucker.
by Hudson there.
Northwest
Keep it on,
50
keep it on.
So both sides getting down there. CSA almost at engaged. They're about to hit an angle one.
611, you have a load.
You do have the 59th holding on this right side of the house, just dealing with a couple of the CSA guys, or USA rather, sorry.
We can hold it. We have to garrison the rocks.
We'll hold her with you.
Yeah, if you guys want to fall back, it's fine. There's another
No, we're gonna stay with
group.
you.
There's another skirmish group.
Front of the house.
Just letting you know.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
59th moon's moving up here.
Yep, they're on the fence line.
Dig in, Fifth.
Union on the other side of the field going back up to the bushes.
On the arty.
On the arty.
Oh, wait, hold.
Look at that shit. Look at that shit. The turkey
Get
shit.
in position, get in
Yeah.
position.
And that shot right there by Ghost. Getting CSA down to engaged.
We can whip them out. Left of the cannon.
You're right.
Hey, they're
Fifth.
trying to load his
Spread
gun.
it out a little bit. Spread it out a little bit. Don't clump up.
Rip that person.
Pretty peaceful church.
More rest of the Union team pushing up on this side. The 59th kind of going around trying to flank here as Union is now charging in.
Shoot him down.
Oh, hit the smoke, bitches! Oh,
Yo, fuck you. All right, regiment, sponsor my Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
Bitch!
Yeah.
Union going down to engage. CSA's taking a good hit from this though. Looks like 59th held.
Yeah, you got it. It looks like you got it.
Yo, fuck you. Yo, you think you're gonna get away with that, bitch? Oh, you think you're gonna kill our life?
Got him.
Go, LaBelle, go. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Love that.
We didn't let you. You weren't allowed to take our slaves. We didn't let you do this.
There's a lot of Trumps here on this side.
I told Abe, I said,
I know
Abe,
everything
please come
about
in,
owning
we're your
slaves.
friends. Abe, you have to teach your troops to have situational awareness.
Union, although they did get beat back, they have a little bit larger of a ticket lead now. And they're reforming pretty nicely. Do they have a flag?
Over and up! We're going to go up and over, and we're going to make the Union pay for it.
What the heck is that? It looked like a flag. I'm not gonna lie. It looked like a flag.
Recharge! I know you can hear me.
Fire! Hold here, let him up.
Hey, I hear you. You hear me, don't you, Ninja?
Oh, crap.
Keep hitting them, boys. Keep hitting them.
Where is Ninja?
Keep aiming low, boys.
Can you...
Everyone knows it, folks.
Everyone knows it's about to get really loud. So watch out.
Hey, Ninja, you little faggot, I hear you over there.
Holy crap. You can't hear Buzz though. You can hear him from there.
Core, spread it out.
Delta on the right.
This
Up in line.
CSA shifting around the far side.
Second battalion is advancing.
Holy crap.
Let's go. Let's go.
This,
Second bat. Let's go.
Up and over.
Come on, second bat.
Second bat, garrison these rocks and trees.
Union pushing up on this right side.
Don't clump up.
Don't clump up too bad.
We can't all fit behind.
6 LA is.
Yep, right side of that tree.
If you can't get behind cover, get in the shade at least. Don't stand in the sun.
So, I mean, this is really how the rest of this match is going to be played. More Union pushing up here to this side here.
Shut up, stop crying. Stop crying. Stop crying. Now, Donald Trump supports the Confederates and Otto Sherrick Farm. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. Donald Trump supports the Confederacy and Otto Sherrick Farm. They want what's best for their slaves, and you're done, clearly.
The change in the voice chat system, it went from a Teams. Oh, that's Masick. The change from. I'm sorry, Ken. That's so dumb. Holy crap. This is a lot of movement. So 59th trying to charge these guys up, but the change from the TeamSpeak system, which is what they had a couple months ago, to their own in-house system, has had some negatives. A negative being that someone can be really loud, and frankly, some people are really quiet. It's a shame. But PA looking up, they ran up, taking some shots, falling back. They're just trying to continue. Just trying to find some way to deal damage here.
Yeah, I really like that one.
Still yapping.
Yeah.
Oh, Hudson.
I said, this young brother, you really have to get used to these name cards. You're a little baby.
I don't even know what he's saying. 6 LA, 5th New Hampshire.
Independent fire.
Again, using these bushes as cover, just getting shots on the sea. Holy crap.
I'm scared.
They're kneeling. On the right.
Somebody finally got him. Goondawg did. Our ears can finally be at peace in the ever-changing battlefield.
Hold fire. Hold fire.
You heard, Corded. Anyways, looks like they might be charging here. Yep, there they go.
Let's go.
Union falling back instantly. They're heavily CSA falling. Oh my goodness. 5th NC pouring up here though. Getting some nice shots, but they're gonna take the blunt of this charge.
Fuck you, Yankee! You ain't paying attention. If you work her out, fuck you, work her out.
Twin banner slamming into the side of the Union backside.
Rally! Do not overextend! Rally!
Death Star, you missed. I mean, this guy's popping off. He's getting a lot of officer kills today. No. No. Oh, Ninja's yapping. They died. Anyways, so good charge on part of the Union. Yeah, I mean, they're getting the Confederates out. Again, Union's playing this very well. They have essentially controlled this side of the map, which is very good for them. Very easy and quick access to the point of contention. And they're dealing enough damage at a quick pace, which is... I love 200-player servers. Anyways, back on the left side, we haven't really been looking over here. This is more of the sideshow action from 6th Georgia, 5th VA versus the 59th.
Pizza rolls, what are you talking about?
Oh.
Oh, Feastables, sorry. You did win Feastables. You have to click on the link.
Oh,
So just pop shots occurring on this side. So, I mean, Artillery, about 3v2. The developer is spectating. That's new. I haven't seen because you can kind of notice, right? The spectator names, they're kind of like grayed out because you got red here, you got red grayed out, you got black here, gray here, and then the grayed out blue looks interesting. Union hitting, taking losses. Oh my goodness. Union is in a great spot though. I mean, it can be hard to turtle on Otto and Sherrick. I don't know how far back the Confederates can go. But it looks like they can't really go into this woods. They can maybe hold back in this corn, but I mean, Union can shoot them, and Union can get up to the side of that house and shoot over here. It might be slow, but they can definitely do it. You can see 59th is in a nice spot. They're turning fire towards the Union. And Union's holding a very familiar fishhook position. Except it's the inverse direction of the Gettysburg battle.
Watch this flag down by the tree to the northwest north.
Smoke low. Keep those shots pumping, boys.
There we go. Rip to those guys. The fence is destroyed. Everyone agrees. And we'll see if CS or Union. Jeez, I'm saying. See, I keep saying CSA when I'm supposed to say Union, but the Union team kind of sitting back, shooting for now. I don't know if they're trying to reform. It looks like they are reformed. So 59th readjusting their position. You can see CSA at this point of the match, right? Defender's goal is get that clock to 0. If the defending team hits breaking, which is the next morale stage, then the attacking team, which is the Union, can capture the point and win instantly. If they capture now, the defenders have an opportunity to retake the point in a counterattack phase, which at this point in the game would be 7 minutes. So, again, defenders just trying to get that clock to 0, so they're pulling back further and further to take less casualties. They're turtling.
They want to bring Jared Fogle.
They come in and grab 2-liter and 2.
The goal of this is to force the attackers to cap. The issue being, though, is that 21.5 minutes, the attackers have plenty of time to knock the defending team down.
They're right behind the barn there, Artemis, right side of the barn. First bat behind your battle, buddy.
So, I mean, it might take 10 minutes to knock them down, 10-15 minutes at this pace, assuming they don't charge up. The Union can definitely get over here. It might be out of bounds for them. It probably is. But
That's right!
I'm really surprised I haven't seen the Union try to move forward yet. I mean, we'll try to see what they can see, but
Break your loads, move! Break your loads, move!
I mean, you really can't see anything.
Excuse us.
6LA starting to shift further left. I mean, what can they see? Okay, they're still going. I was like, are they going to stop and shoot there? Because, uh-oh.
Hit the cannon.
Oh, did he not have a second shot? It looks like he didn't. So 59th is kind of really the only exposed CSA regiment. I mean, you got a couple of CSA guys popping up here and there. CSA holding that rock. and they can't really see each
Hold your
other.
load, second bat. Hold your load, second bat.
I believe we're charging. Hold your loads, hold your loads.
Melee mode.
Get ready.
Move!
And they're going in once again.
Go, go, go. Go, go.
To the right, to the right.
Get ready, 5th and 6.
Here they go.
So I think Union might. Oh, they're gonna go in there. And CSA countercharging this out. I think a big part is Union's not sending their flags up. They're keeping it back so they can respawn their guys. Yeah, CSA not overextending. I mean, yeah, Union keeping these flag bearers inside the bushes. It makes sense. If Union charges those flags up, they'll die. So it's brilliant, right? Because the Union goal is not to gain ground. If they wanted to gain ground through these charges, then the flag bearer should be up there. But there's no advantage for Union holding this ground. Union's not going to try to hold it. Their priority is the point and this area where they're currently holding. So, and Union has firm control of that, so there's no need to send the flags up. This is brilliant. You got the 59th starting to fall back as well to delay the almost inevitable here. Because they got to hold out for 18 or so minutes.
You know, smiles are always appreciated.
Yeah, I can tuck my dick between my legs. I'm proud of my dick.
Yo, Dirt.
Yeah, as is very evident by this round, the voice chatter in War of Rights is a special thing. That's for sure.
Went left to right. Yeah, they went up. Take it easy, gentlemen.
Surrounded.
You're on the line, facing north.
So Union might be, I don't know, tickets are about even. Union's capping the point. This is probably a pre-cap. Ninja is, so Ninja's running on there, so I would, he's either going to run around and scout.
Get that house for a sprint.
Second bat, down the white fence.
I'm gonna enjoy a nice housing market. I'm gonna own this bitch.
I'd be like in Iraq.
Did he just stab someone through the door?
Clear.
Not clear.
Hi, Jay.
Hi there.
I'm gonna stare in your window and breathe heavily.
Clear.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah. There's a guy behind you, Jay. There's a guy behind you in the hallway, Jay.
Anyways, they clear those couple guys out, so... oh, crap. This might be a little important. Twin banners kind of push forward, taking shots. I mean, if their goal is to turtle, this is... I mean, it's definitely late. 5th NC is kind of shifting over.
Back to the bar, reload, 5th NC.
Load fucking ball.
Yeah, it's part of the game. Tell the devs to fix the fucking maps ticket.
Exactly. I don't have any men in my family. They're all dead.
Both sides get very close to breaking. Union's actually falling down quicker. I guess both sides are falling down quicker than anticipated. I said 10-15 minutes. We're almost at 5 minutes of that, and they're definitely going to get down. Union should start pre-capping. That would be really funny timing if... yeah, they're pre-capping right as I said that. It's funny how things work sometimes. A CSA gunner here, but Union won't cap. Goal is to just get it very close to fully cap. That once the Confederates hit breaking, then they can instantly cap and win.
Keep firing northwest, gentlemen.
They're loaded in the corner of the corn. You see all the smoke.
At least they shouldn't be.
Yeah, please make sure you're not on cap.
Yeah, they spread out pretty quickly. So when Confederates get close to breaking, like they can definitely get closer, Union might charge in, forcing the breaking and have a couple guys stay on cap. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Even if they don't charge in, sitting and holding here is still a great spot. Union's in a great spot. I don't see Confederates winning this round. Let's see, we got movement on the CSA right. The 59th trying to go around.
That had to
Nah, he died.
Maybe they're trying to go around and get onto the side of the point. But let's see what they do.
Yeah, no,
Thank
it's a great
you.
hat.
They're running.
He doesn't have a head anymore. Oh, Godspeed.
5th VA. This backside retreating.
Get up on him, get on the rocks, get on the rocks. Get
Oh, they're actually pushing these
Fence, hold
guys.
the fence right here. Hold the fence
Hold
right
the
here.
fence, hold the fence, hold the fence.
And Union once again pre-capping. These Union guys get great shots on CSA. No way.
Light them up, light them up, light them up.
Second bat, shift it left.
I mean, great approach from CSA going around the right where Union's not at. I mean, 1 or 2 more kills and CSA
Got my floor detailed. Thank you very much.
is going to hit breaking. They got to get near point or on it.
No, not anymore.
They're now going to point. I mean, they're going to hit breaking any second.
Oh, I'm coming, Dad.
All right, Union's got to go. They got to collapse on point right now.
Gentlemen on me right here.
Point's
Please.
natural
Hold
decay
this-
right now.
Make sure tab T is capping.
Looks like they're capping with the Union team swarming on the point right now. It's just a few Yankees, guys.
Keep going, keep going. Don't stop.
I liked what the Confederates did, but Union just played that well to where, regardless of what the Confederates did, it was game over. So yeah, greatly played on Union's part. I've seen many auto and share, granted in the pubs, where the Confederate team will hold the top of the hill where Union was basically holding most of the game, and push the Union off. But obviously, these are smaller pop servers. I mean, I guess 200's not bad at all. 200's perfect. But Union played that pretty dang well. It can be hard for the Confederates to win this map when Union gets a position like that and could knock you down the whole game. I like the turtling effort. I wish it would have been done sooner. I think it was too late. Is just Union had so much time to knock you down to breaking, and Union played that perfectly. Really well done. But with that being said, we will see you in Cook's Countercharge for round number 2. All right, here we are with round number 2. Server stayed same size, 7 inbounds in favor of Union. Union taking none on artillery. Props to that. This is one of the worst maps for artillery ever, and you might be saying, well, why is that? Union spawn is here. Point of contention is here. Our Union artillery is here. Confederate spawn right there. So it's really bad for them. This map favors CSA very heavily. There's not a significant position that Union can defend on this map. There's no huge point. The only defending point Union has is they have some nice little defilades on this side that they can use to conceal their lines. They also have kind of this front line where you can see they're holding on the fence here. And they also have some hills here that they can use as a defilade. But again, if Union kind of loses these front positions, it's just a domino effect. So you got 6 LA. Huge numbers. Pushing this left side. You got 5th VA up to their right as well. To the right side of this victory hill, you got PA. And then I-Corps really pushing it out this side. I mean, CSA is pushing it to the right. They're getting a lot of shots on them. It's fascinating. In the historical rules event that I watched today, majority of CSA pushed the left side, and they kind of hit Union that way. Whereas CSA this time, mostly going right. They sent some to the right this earlier for the historical rules event, but it was a much tinier force. So we'll see how it goes for them. What are they saying?
Shut up, pumpkin.
Oh. Oh.
I love you, Pumpkin. Who said that? Who said that?
Stay on your star. Stay on your star. Bandits down in the corn, boys. Standard training.
So the Union team, I-Corps, shifting further over to this side as we realize it's the whole Union team. The whole Union team converging up as CSA pushes this side.
Gentlemen, you don't have to go that far.
Pull
If
it
you
back,
can see their
son.
flag, you're far enough.
Very true. You're trying to conceal as much as yourself as possible. I mean, really, the only thing the CSA guys should be seeing is maybe the heads of these Union guys. And that's the case for the most part. You can see a couple chests, but you do have I-Corps starting to spread out really wide on that flank, just trying to collapse on them. CSA has an opportunity. They could go in. Union actually falling back off this position, giving up these front lines. 2 Corps there. PA falling back as well. Union kind of giving up on this front side. 5th New Hampshire doing the same. So Union's given up ground here except for I-Corps. Who is this? It is the 5th NC Sharpshooters. And you could see CSA is starting to advance on this right side, seeing as Union's falling back.
Let's go, lads.
Gonna try to take the hay bales. You do have 5th VA here. They're a little outnumbered though.
Move, move, move. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh God, I hear him.
And they're gonna take this with these. Union, are they going back to the stone wall at the graveyard? Or are they holding on the fence? That might cut through. The Union side holding on this fence side. You can shoot through the hay bales. However, it's a lot of blind shots. You're probably not going to miss though.
Man in between! Man in between! Spread out! Spread that shit like she's 19.
Whoa.
That officer on top.
Whole Union team kind of converging. I-Corps though is still on the far side of the map.
Spread it. Spread it out, guys.
And CSA is going to charge in here at the Union. I mean, if Union's going to split up their team in 2 like this, if you're one big blob, you got to go in. And CSA is just destroying the Union team. They're just running right through them. Trying to reform the Union is, however, it can't really work against a blob like this.
Back off the fence, back off the fence. What are you doing? Back off the fence.
Hit these guns! Fucking shotgun and you're next.
And the Union team, flags getting out of there. The situation for Union is very confused.
Run the fuck away, pussy. Come on. Run away.
Yeah.
Oh, you died. You died. See, little one.
So Union's already halfway through their morale stage. Confederate's about a 1/4 of the way through. And they're just going to keep following. Might as well. They could turn around and look at I-Corps, who was holding up on Victory Hill. And push that.
What the?
Union's starting to reform.
Or near these rocks. I guess maybe not.
Kill this guy. Someone kill him.
There's Union right there.
Where'd this guy come from?
Kill that.
I love how War of Rights will just have my character blank.
Get in the rocks! Get in the rocks! Get in the rocks!
Whoa!
So Union team's starting to turn back. I-Corps, though, thank you, Steam Overlay, is still on this front.
Look at the NCO to the north. Let's move it up.
And I'm going to be very intrigued to see what I-Corps does. They're in a very vulnerable position. You do have IVB Some 5th NC guys taking shots at I-Corps. But this situation's very hard for Union. The Confederates are just controlling.
Fire through the fence. Fire through the fence.
Keep it spread out. Come all the way back down to load. Don't stand up there.
Load down.
Shoot between the cracks of the fence, boys.
Fire and get down. Come on, guys. Shouldn't take too long.
Bad thing, back up. Back up.
We practice this in drill all the time, man.
I'm surprised. I mean, the thing is, though, is although Union is not being wiped over here, it's a slow ticket drain for the Union. But I'm really intrigued to see what Union's going to do. They're turtling in a sense. What's Ninja saying?
Hey, get over here. Shoot these motherfuckers.
CSA is really just cramming into this bush here. A good chunk of them have shifted.
Reform on defilade.
Colors, colors, colors.
Yo, where?
Okay, you're up here by yourself.
Hold, ready, hold, take aim.
Union shifting over a little further to the right. I mean, CSA is kind of pulling off those rocks there to focus on I-Corps. So we do have Confederates on the far side charging at I-Corps. We'll see if I-Corps wants to retreat or try to fight this out. They're not going to win. Looks like they're going to try to fight this out.
Get that flag back. Come on.
And I mean, CSA is just sweeping. I-Corps retreating.
Chill. What? Dude, you're firing off shots where there's like 3.
And Union is almost down to engage. Union's starting to inch their way over here. I mean, we don't know what they're thinking. We're not
Guys,
in
you
the team
should not
chat.
all be running up there to stand with him.
Very true.
Continue to cross the fire, boys.
Come on, reform it, bitches, reform it.
Enemies
Southeast,
to the
south, Delta.
Southeast, south. Behind the bush.
Shoot out, boys.
But we'll see what CSA wants to do. Whether they got to push up, keep the aggression. I mean, Union's playing the smart. They're just turtling as best as they can. I mean, if you're going to turtle, you got to start early on, especially on a map like Cook's where the bias is way in favor of the attacking team. CSA starting to shift back over to the hay bales.
General Cartman Lee.
What?
General Cartman Lee, long live.
But for now, CSA, content with sitting and shooting, they have definitely time to burn.
Last time I tried to pet the raccoon, he bit me.
You goddamn got rabies, that's what you got.
Somebody get that squirrel.
I'm trying to get that rape that squirrel.
Dude, stop, bro. Stop saying that kind of shit.
I'm gay.
Yeah,
Stop.
We're not supposed to joke around.
Light them up, boys.
No joking around. So the Union team is spread out. This is real fascinating to look at. Union, I don't know. I'm very skeptical. I-Corps is pushing around this side. I mean, they were turtling a bunch now. They're spreading out a bunch. It's just fascinating to see. You got the 59th. They've been kind of acting as their own group tonight, away from the rest of the blob.
Oh.
That's a lot of us.
Godspeed, brother.
Get off the rocks. Get off the rocks.
Step back.
So we do have one brave CSA man. Hateful, getting 1 kill. Dying. He most certainly tried. Union shifting further out in the open 6 LA, doing so.
Nice and long. Triggering your gag reflex from anal. Good job, boys.
Like, holy crap, look how long that line is. That's big numbers from 6 LA, holy crap. A couple Union guys in the graveyard, the ahistorical graveyard. By ahistorical graveyard, I mean the ahistorical wall. 5th New Hampshire's over here. It's wild, they just formed like last week and they got, what, 2, 4, 6, 9 guys here. And Twin Banner's charging them out.
Reload, fall back, let's move.
And Union with that kill right there. Union falling down to engaged. So, I mean, the pace is definitely getting slower. I would expect CSA to mount a charge some direction soon, especially with how spread the Union is. Union can still play this very smartly, though, especially if Confederates charge at them. They just gotta run away. What a brilliant tactic indeed. Napoleonic. You're fighting Napoleon. Run away. Into the center of Russia. And wait for winter time. Because, of course, you can wait till winter. And we're right. But we're almost a third of the way through the game. Union's down to a very high engage. Just hit it. They're in a very good spot. Obviously, plenty of match to go. And really, the pace is being set by the CSA team based on how aggressive they want to be.
We got a bucking ball, boy.
But I mean, where will CSA decide to go? That's the biggest thing. Union's so split up. Honestly, if they mass charged across the whole map, it could work. They could blob and go.
Loading ho! Sound off!
He hacking the password.
Right through that.
What? He's a hacker, a developer in the game. He hacked the password.
Dude, I watched him blow up the ground early.
He blew up the ground? That's crazy.
He blew up the ground.
Loaded!
Sound off when you're loaded, 58.
CSA is sending a couple more guys around the far side. They're going to start inching that way. Honestly, if CSA, granted, it's kind of open field, and I think that's to the advantage of the Union, but if Confederates kind of push through the center here using the defilades to their advantage and tilt it towards Union spawn, it could work. Also hitting this side could work. A lot of things could work. A couple of Union guys really far out there. Confederates go down to engaged.
You guys got genocided. You got genocided that time.
But there goes IVB pushing up the side. Looks like they're going to be the first to kind of get in here and try to deal some damage. Union, again, very smart. Might not be the most entertaining thing from a gameplay perspective, and definitely not the most entertaining thing from an overview perspective, but Union maneuvering, getting out of there, avoiding any ticket loss, and they're playing it very smart. That's the thing with trying to go down this side, is that you did not cut their retreat off, so Union could just, again, fall back to their spawn and kind of turtling. Confederates got to find some way to draw it out. It could be capping the point for all we know.
That just became wrong.
So Confederates going to keep going down this right side here.
shots in the snake rail, boys. Fuck 'em.
Over here, boys.
But Union is falling down. I mean, they're maybe a third of the way through engaged. But War of Rights is still 50% off. So if you want to buy the game and try it out, now's the chance. $15 on Steam. Rolling a little advert while it's a little downtime in the battle. Granted, I don't have my quality settings at the max, and that's very obvious with the little patches of squares that keep spawning in and disappearing, but it's a beautiful game. Whole Battlefield of War of Rights spawned in here. It's pretty great. So, I mean, I think Confederates need to wait a couple more minutes, but honestly, capping the point is, I think, going to be their move. It's going to force the Union to come out. It's going to bring everyone's tickets down. Sure, the Union might regain a little bit and get to your even mark, but that might be a way to do it. It can be a little risky. We haven't seen a full team brawl yet. We've seen Confederates defeating the Union in detail.
Let's wipe them out. Let's go, boys. Make sure you're V.
And so we haven't seen a full team brawl yet, and that can get a little dicey if the Union dominates on that, but we won't know until we see it. A couple of Union guys, though. What are we doing here, guys? Some 6 Georgia guys. Very fascinating. And 5th NC is trying to chase them down, but they're just running around the map. They're getting their exercise in. I mean, if they somehow run around... Who's here? 5th Twin Banners. They're just kind of holding up on this hay bales. And these kills are huge for CSA. A lot of them are going to be skirmishing out of line. And, I mean, that's just going to be very helpful. I mean, we could see that bar go down for all...
They're coming.
I think. Twin Banners turning around, trying to chase these guys out. I don't know why they came this way, but... I mean, they're running around pretty good so far. There they go. But I mean, Confederates got plenty of time. This is very similar to the last round. Just a different map.
Thank you. Oh!
Oh, flag sound.
I remember the so back in 2020, Confederates won this map nearly 100% of the time. It was very rare for Union to win, and the first time we won Cooks as Union, the map went very simple, and it's not going to happen here, and I'll explain why. So essentially what happened is us as a Union team held in this graveyard for the entire hour and 12 minutes, essentially. That's what we did. And what happened is we held back there. Confederates weren't dealing any ticket loss. And so instinctively, they captured the point, forcing us to come out of the graveyard. Now, here's what you would say, right? Oh, Confederates, they're struggling and trying to get you down in tickets. They're struggling to try to get you down in tickets. So they're going to try to hold point and bring everyone's tickets down. But no, they captured the point, ran back over here. We went out of the graveyard, recaptured the point, went back in the graveyard and sat. And we did that like 6 or 7 times. And ended up winning the game. Because the Confederate team refused to be aggressive. Which is, frankly, the only way the Confederate team can lose this map. At least on a smaller pop server like we have here. Which the imbalance is 11 in favor of Union right now. We also got 3 eyes spectating, which adds a couple more. So it's really like 10, 11. So, actually 13, sorry. We can do math. But despite that 13-man imbalance, which again, at this server, it's server size, it's at the limit of what I would say acceptable before you would want to rebalance. At this point, it's way too late. But CSA is doing well. I mean, that beginning of the game is really defining this.
I want to eat that raccoon.
And I think that's kind of the cool thing about different events in the server pop increase is over time, as the server pop is increased, the maps become more defender bias. But Twin Banners, before I go back on that, Twin Banners 5th and C kind of pushing up, trying to escalate that pressure using this defilade as cover. They don't want to get wiped because they still want to preserve the ground that they gain, and we could see Union falling back very early here. Union can hide very nicely inside of these woods. Very hard shots for CSA. You're not going to be able to see anything. They could pull back there if they want, but I don't think they are. Again, at this point in the match, I mean, it's kind of close for if Turtle could be effective. But Twin Banners, 5th and C, Sussy really getting up close, just trying to deal damage. Right where Union's holding, it's out of bounds for CSA. LaBelle really wants to get these guys down. But yeah, the higher pop servers, more defender bias, right? Defenders can guard much more in an area. If it's a tinier map, they can fill a lot more guys in those tinier areas. And each death is worth less tickets overall when there's more people playing a server, right? If each death was worth the same amount of tickets in a higher pop server and in a lower pop server, if they were the same, the lower pop servers would take forever, right? So it can be very hard to get people's tickets down in a higher pop server, and we don't have that. This is a nice size server. I like 200 around there. .200 is a perfect number in my mind. Skirmish has smaller maps compared to Conquest Contention, which are very, very big. They cover numerous skirmish battlefields. And I very much like the maneuverability that you get in the skirmish game mode. Skirmish game mode is a very complex game mode, especially when it comes to capturing point, early cap, counterattack, mechanics with that. It's a very complex mode, and I think it is a very meta strategy game mode that should be a smaller game mode than, say, Conquest Contention, which is your bigger maps, bigger line battles and all. So I think this is a perfect size. I know the developers have said, because we were talking about this in the Discord, developers said their intention is to fit as many people into a server as possible. Obviously there's going to be a cap, but obviously they're going to keep raising it up and putting more and more guys in all of the game modes. So because in my opinion, when you get up to 350, 400 players in a skirmish map, right? These are tinier maps. You fit a lot of guys in. The only way to win is to blob charge at the defending team, because the defenders can defend the whole map. Not really on Cooks. Cooks is kind of a bigger map, but I like the maneuverability, being able to outflank your enemy, as we've seen in this 200 pop tonight. So it's a little side tangent, killing some time as we see CSA pushing up here, getting more and more guys lined up here to get shots. They control essentially the whole field outside of the 5th New Hampshire, which is holding in the graveyard. They don't have a flag, though. So Union's cramming back, trying to turtle here. And, I mean, this is really turning into last round all over again. I was laughing earlier today because Turtle was mentioned, and I was like, I haven't seen turtling in a long time, but now we've got 2 rounds where turtling has been initiated. And we can just see how far these guys are going back. Like, they have a deflate here. CSA is not going to be able to see them. And I'm not going to lie. When someone told me turtling from over here was better than the graveyard, I laughed at them. I was wrong. That person was savvy, by the way. Anyways. Let's see. 6LA is kind of circling around the far side here. So they're either going to hold in the graveyard or try to push in to reclaim the field behind the CSA. A fascinating approach indeed. mean, you still have a couple Union guys over here. PA is holding the ground. Looks like they're now starting to fall back. But we'll see what Union wants to do. They've just backdoored the entire map. Oh, are they going to hold here? Interesting. I mean, this is also a great spot. It's so far away. CSA is starting to respond.
There's no oxygen here. I need a cigarette.
And this is the thing with these smaller pop servers is because there's more tickets per death. You have to stretch the ability of how the game mechanic works with turtling, and it makes everything more unique. The amount of strategies you can do is much more increased.
No,
I think those are friendlies.
And you don't normally see this because I watched this in the historical rules event today, and granted that's a different rule style, but with 350 guys in the server, 175 guys in your team, Union was able to defend this whole side, put basically a whole line across the map and defend it. You can't outflank and outmaneuver that, which we've seen the CSA do in this battle on this 200-man server, which is why I want the skirmish maps to stay smaller. It limits the strategies, in my opinion. It's very cool as a probably a casual player. At least if I just came on the game and got to play with 175 guys I'm on team shooting volleys, artillery, that must be a heck of a thing. But as a strategist person,
Peek and shoot and come fall back.
that is my opinion. So Union, again, similar to last round with CSA, Union is playing this really as they should. Cooks is a very hard map. You can see it by the ticket imbalance. There's barely been any action, but I mean, you can just see Union tickets going way down. 15 minutes on the clock. The thing is can the Union not hit breaking within 15 minutes? I don't know. I think it's definitely going to happen. We assume the Union guys wouldn't spawn main, but you do have a couple guys over here. It looks like just the 6 Georgia guys. Looks like they mean to be over here. Mr. Goondawg, sir.
Peek, shoot, get off the wall.
I'm gonna shoot a friendly.
I mean, are they defilated here? Crap, they're defilated. It's a very tiny one, but it's enough. I mean, long distance shots are hard enough. And when someone's behind a stone wall, a little bit of a deflate, that's just going to be a heck of a thing. I mean, we can kind of, we don't have frontline reporters anymore. The increased server pop, on top of some things I've changed on my recording back end, have made it where we're not going to do frontline reporters for the meantime, but we hope to get them back in the future, especially when I get a actual desktop instead of a laptop we're running right now. But I mean, if we just look from this view, you can't see much. It's hard shots, even when you zoom in. Hard shots. You can barely see the figurines on your screen. So I think, oh, are they going to cap? They're going to cap. First Delaware, 5th NC. Capping the point, so if they hold it for 7 minutes, which is what the counterattack phase will be, they can win. But Union can try to push the Confederates in the last stand, which I think is the only way to do it, or only way for Union to win this. But I think, unless they have some decisive charging ability when we get to that later. We'll see. Union's got to move now, though. Again, counterattack. Black timer stopped. As the defenders, you want the black timer to go to 0, which means you want to keep that clock ticking and you don't want to stop. That's why you need to be aggressive to retake the point. Because there's a nice little mechanic about counterattack where if the defending team has a less percentage of tickets, which they do, they're about a half stage down right now. So if they're down and they retake the point, they will regain up to the percentage of tickets that the attacking team is, which the Confederates have about a half morale stage head. So if Union recapped right now, let's say hypothetically, they would go up half a morale stage instantly. The thing is, though, right, is as the counterattack continues, both sides are losing tickets, meaning the Union won't be able to regain as many tickets, or they won't be able to go up to a certain percentage. If that makes sense. It's kind of hard to word it. It's very complicated. So that's the thing, right? Confederates are at a low engage. If Union recap, they would go up to a low engage. But if both sides fight for a while, tickets are going to go down. Let's say Confederates are at 3/4 of taking losses when Union retakes, then Union would go up to that amount. They won't be able to go up to as high as the ticket amount. So that's why you need to be aggressive. You want that black timer ticking. You want to regain as many tickets as possible. And you want to be at the highest morale stage possible when retaking. The other reason to be aggressive during a counterattack is to try to push the Confederates, who are now considered the defenders because they're defending the point, despite them being the original attacking team. Now that they're considered the defenders, they can hit last stand, which is the defenders' normal last stage. And if Union, as the now considered attacking team, retakes the point when they're in last stand, they win automatically. It's a very confusing thing. It's a heck of a thing to try to explain. I'm talking about it for a long time, and even I can slip up on my words on how complex it is. Gamer, what are you doing? Oh, he killed Ninja, though. Never mind. Props to Gamer. Ninja getting killed once we go up to him again. Every time I look at Ninja, he dies, and thank you, Gamer, for keeping that alive. Salute to that soldier right there. So, 5th New Hampshire is pushing up this side with a couple other guys. The Union is trying to headstrong this push. Confederates a little spread out, so Union might have an opportunity here.
To the road, gentlemen, into the road, into the road.
Confederates starting to collapse on this position.
Oh,
I think Portage just team killed. I kind of want to look. He didn't team kill. I don't know. The guy ran in front of him, and it looked like he shot him. More CSA coming from the point. Confederates had taken losses. Union's about to hit breaking. At this point, Union tickets don't matter because they'll regain up to what the Confederates have since they're down by so many. So Union, both sides kind of trickling in at this point, and Confederates are holding very well. Looks like 5th New Hampshire got wiped on that far side. So despite the encounter here and CSA holding the ground, Union spawn is going to be right there. Look at that. All these guys are in. Confederate spawn all the way over here. They're 2, maybe 3 times further away than the Union is from point at their spawn. So Union's going to try to keep the pressure. Corded's a perfect example. I don't think he died. Maybe that's why he's running around with his sword. Never mind. He's got a pistol.
Yeah, run away. You fear my Bushido. You fear my katana sword. I am a samurai.
So here goes Union collapsing. Confederates on the far side of the map starting to move in. Confederates still have a sizable force. Not a whole lot spawning main because, right, you can get a guy in every 5 seconds with a flag now if they're in formation. So right now, Confederates are getting 4 guys in every 5 seconds. So it's very hard to push people out of a position with these changes.
I'm the star, I'm the star, I'm the star.
So Union's got 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So Union very spread out. Confederates starting to countercharge here. Some Confederates charging out. Actually, not a bad idea. They're taking a lot of skirmishing out of line there, which is good because they're losing a bunch of tickets, meaning Union can't regain as any, assuming they win the point.
Hey, fuck you. You're an ugly ass dork. Your parents hate you, and everyone fucking sucks on your dick. Bye, Lucky Strike.
That's a heck of a transition for your little ad there at the end.
Let's go.
Union still trying to slam into your Confederates. Have some numbers, but not a whole lot. Union holding on point, but Confederates still have control. You can see that based off the red bar on the top of your screen. They have more bodies on point, which I'm surprised they do. It really looks like, never mind, they have a lot more numbers when you zoom out. I mean, Union trying to hold on this side. A minute and a half left on the gold timer.
Pick that flag up. Get that flag up.
I mean, Union needs to hit these flags down because they, I mean, right? A flag is spawning in to do it every 5 seconds. You kill a flag even for 5-10 seconds. That prevents a guy or 2 from spawning in. On top of forcing some guy to lose their gun because when you pick up the flag, you lose the weapon you're holding. Union hitting final push because now they're considered the attackers. They hit that attacking final stage. Well, 1 minute left on the gold timer. Union's going to retake the point. Actually, they might not. We'll see. Confederates are still holding here. Flag bearers for CSA. They fell back, which is why I set that. Union spawns moving in. Union tickets, again, don't matter. Final push is infinite tickets. Union slamming into point. Confederates looks like they're just going to hold a little further back right now. Maybe try to go in towards the end of the counterattack, because the biggest thing is Confederates have more bodies. When that gold timer hits 0, they win the game instantly. Looks like some more trying to go in. I wonder who's playing the music, Mr. LaBelle. There he goes, he dies. 20 seconds left on the gold timer. Point still going in favor of Union. Union trying to charge and keep Confederate bodies off point. 10 seconds left. So Union needs to fully cap this, so that gold timer is going to hit overtime. Union has to fully cap. If at any point the Confederates have more bodies on point, which I don't think they will, they'll win the game instantly. So I think they're just going to sit back, maybe hold here. Union has tickets, I guess. I mean, it looks like they're trying to push them out completely, maybe wipe their flags. But regardless, good cap from CSA. They just got to win one decisive charge here, and they can cap the point and win. Both sides at a high breaking. Oh, Union's going to keep going here. Union very spread out, though. I mean, I heard Corded say keep going. Looks like they're trying to figure out what they're doing. Confederates cap, they win the game instantly. And so Union falling back. It's going to be hard because Confederates can cap the point somewhere in the middle of your screen. I don't know the starting point exactly. But they can hold a little further back. It's going to force the Union up and over this little hill here, because they're going to probably hold in these defilades here. Yep, they are, to preserve their tickets. But, I mean, once Confederates get on the edge of this point, it's going to force Union to come up and over and shoot or charge them, which would be great for Confederates. And Confederates got 13 minutes to burn.
Shot, boys!
That was a giant volley. Holy shit. And all of their shots.
Union team, you got a couple of guys going over to the bound. That decay is natural. Union, again, keeping a couple of guys. I think it's probably the 6 Georgia guys on point, crouching to make sure they don't get hit.
Are you not 5?
But looks like Confederates are ready to start moving up again. They're inching forward. Are they going to go for the point? A couple of them are moving out. It looks like this is maybe the edge of point here. I mean, look how far they're holding out. It's going to force Union to come up and over any second now. Point going in CSA's favor. I mean, really, it's only a couple 5th NCs capping. Looks like they're trying to bait the Union to come out into the open and then behind the cover, get great shots on Union. Union starting to counteract this, only sending a couple guys forward at a time. PA, 5th New Hampshire doing that.
The game. Fire.
IVB kind of holding in this push line. Rocks there. Union taking back this point.
Load and hold, 5th NC.
Check when ready.
Check. Check.
Oh. 59th charging out here, but I mean, hopefully the rest of their team follows up some more, moving on point going in favor of CSA. Union charging out on the far side, trying to hit IVB. And some sussy guys who are here. It is 6LA. CSA winning the point still. Some Confederates charging in. 6LA getting wiped. They really went in by themselves and got swallowed up by the whole CSA team. I think they're more of a distraction, but I don't know how well it worked. 59th losing that charge on the right. Union starting to collapse. Point going back. Oh, 59th is still alive. My bad. Union hitting last stand. Confederates are up a whole lot of tickets right now. And Confederates are going to outright win the game right here and there. Really good charge on their part. And good win on Cooks for CSA. Oh my goodness, that slow-mo from the voice activity. But yeah, I mean, the attackers tonight played their rounds perfectly. I mean, defenders, regardless of what you do, it's going to be very hard to do what you do when the attackers have that effective of a play game plan. Very well done. I mean, seriously, we could just inverse both of these rounds just on different maps, but inverse them, and we essentially saw the same thing. A little more turtling from the Union and round friend Cooks, but that's what you can expect with Cooks. It's a much more attacker-biased map than Otto and Sherrick. It's a lot more flat, too. So, obviously, the turtling is going to happen sooner and a lot further back. But very good job on the attackers. Very entertaining to watch. It was great. We should be doing a post-game interview after this. We will see, though. This is the first one we've done for an NA Sunday, but well done to the attacking side. And we will see you soon in the post-game interview. And here we are with the post-game interview for the NA Sunday night fight. To recap, we had two very good rounds. The attackers played nearly perfect both rounds. Otto and Sherrick Union, perfect, won that as the attackers. And then for Cook's countercharge, CSA won that pretty dang well, too. It was a good fight by defenders, but great night. We have a couple leaders from the USA side. None from the CSA showed up, but we're going to hear about the strategy from the USA side and more. So let's go through and introduce everyone. First, we got Ninja.
Ninja here, Pennsylvania Army, PAArmy.com. Love you.
We got Cheeto.
Hey, what's up, fellas? It's Colonel Cheeto for I Corps Anderson Brigade.
And then we got Jason.
Hey, everybody. This is 2 Corps Major Jason Umbrella of the 6th Louisiana. A company, B company, best companies.
Hey. So, thank you guys for being here. We'll just get right into it, starting with the first round out of Sherrick. You guys were attacking. You won the day. So what was your guys' strategy going into the round, and how did you react to the ever-changing battlefield?
Take our time. Take our time, be cool about it, push when we need to, keep our flag safe, keep the respawns going, and then just keep a steady pressure up until you win the map.
Yeah, it normally when we play CSA, you know, we're expecting charge after charge after charge, and as Union, we play that a lot differently. A lot of shooting, a lot of movement on the left side, kind of poking at them, and it was effective. We stayed tickets pretty well the whole time as well. We had them where we wanted them. In Steam chat, it was a lot of, we're exactly where we want to be, guys. Great job. Let's just keep this up.
That was all night long, pretty much.
Yeah.
Even when it wasn't going amazingly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, you guys really played that perfectly. I mean, you just took all the ground that you wanted and just kept knocking them down and won the day. Simple as that. We got Goondawg here. Goondawg, did you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, the El Comandante, Goondawg, 6 Georgia, I Corps.
Huzzah.
That's me.
Huzzah.
Thanks
Huzzah.
for being here. Yeah, you have any quick thoughts for the first round?
No, we just basically stuck to the Union left side, just harassing the shit out of everybody over there. Give the artillery something else to shoot at. Yeah, I think it went pretty well. Kind of dictated the terms on that one, what you got to do on auto.
That's exactly what we did. We dictated that entire match. We decided in Cord that the match usually ends with 30 minutes left on the clock, so we could be slow and deliberate and methodical and still crush as we normally do. And the CSA was way too far back to win that map to have even a chance.
I will add. It's auto's a tough map for CSA.
It's a very tough map.
Right.
You have to play it perfectly the entire time and basically stop every charge. But you're not going to do that from behind the barn or behind the hill.
I really like that you guys kept your flag back, especially when you charged up where the CSA was turtling at the barn. Because it's not like you were trying to gain that ground, so it's not like there's no reason to bring your flags up. So I thought that was very smart. Because you
That's
just
the whole idea.
Yeah, you charged in, you
Sorry,
died,
cut you off.
respawn right away, and they could do nothing.
That's the whole idea on that map is if you can control point, you don't need to go take the ground behind the barn. You just need to drain tickets until breaking and then cap it. So that's exactly what we did. Pre-cap and cap it before they can't even get there in time. It's not possible if they're that far back.
So cool. We'll go to round 2, Cook's countercharge. CSA won that. You guys put up a heck of a fight, though. I mean, you played it as well as you could. Cooks is just hard. But regardless, what was your guys' strategy going into the round? And how did you guys react to the ever-changing battlefield?
Strategy was basically don't get wiped. Don't lose your flag. Range shooting. And with the exception of us on that initial left side, I thought we did that extremely well. I believe we only took 1 or 2 charges the entire map, which is pretty hard to do. So hats off to everybody on that.
Agreed. That was you have to just like Auto Sherrick for the Rebs. You have to play that perfectly the entire time. As Union, that's tough to do. And hats off to the Rebs who actually played it really well. Considering I thought our strat was pretty good and well executed.
I think the only question I have is, so at the beginning of the match, I-Corps was really on the Union right. The rest of the Union team was on the left. Union left kind of fell back, but I-Corps kind of stayed up trying to get around the CSA. And eventually you guys were completely behind CSA because they went up to the hay bales and you guys, I-Corps was holding on point essentially. I guess what was the purpose of not falling back? Because eventually you guys got charged out. So I guess what was the reason for staying up there?
Numbers there, honestly. We really thought there was less people in the hay bales because we kept following them, trying to shoot them, and they kept pressing the Union right or left, and it was like, okay, let's just shoot. We'll stay here, keep them honest. And we thought there was a lot less in that hay bale, honestly.
What?
So, yeah, that was our mistake there, but I think we recovered pretty well from it. But we were
We did.
hoping
We
a lot less in
eventually
that
drew
hay
it
bales.
even after that. So
No, I agree.
Yeah,
You
that
guys
was no
you
big
guys
deal.
played that round very well. That's just really the only question I had, and that's very fair because obviously I have the view of the whole field. But Red, would you like to introduce yourself?
Y'all know who it is? It's Red, a 5'9" Dare I die? Ah!
So we're talking about round 2. So I guess what was CSA strat for round 2? You guys played that pretty dang well. What was your guys' strategy going around, and how did you react to the ever-changing battlefield?
I wanted to do a full team push on the right because I knew they were going to send guys to that left corner. We got up there, and I saw the Union was in a nice big line on the other side of the hill with another big line coming up on our left flank. So immediately, I said, yo, we're going to get pincered here. And the last thing I want is Ninja going, we did. Good job. We have him in the corner. So what I did was I was like, yo, full team push the haystacks, get up on their flank, turn it.
That's exactly what I sound like.
And let's get jiggy with it. Let's get jiggy with it. So basically, we did a full team push. We all went up and over, pushed past them into the haystacks. Don't know who we ran into there, but that was a pretty fun little fight there for a minute.
That was too cool.
When you guys hit the fence instead, I was like, okay, if I don't know who it was coming up who was on the left Union right on that right corner, who was coming up behind us at that point, because in my head I was like, okay, I looking at who's on the other team. If I'm either of these guys on the other team leading, I'm gonna want to turn the flank of the entire rebel army now, right?
And
Who
you
have pushed up
much
the haystacks
than you do now. Sorry, go ahead.
And then, and then basically we were like, okay. So I was like, hey guys, let's just push this group here with our whole team again. wipe them, push up to the road, middle of the road, get a group shooting in their spawn, get a group focusing the guys to our rear, and we're cash money. And then we did that. That was a pretty fun little fight in the road there. Shout out to 2 Core. That was exciting. And then kind of that was about it. There was actually a lot of maneuvering done in that game by both sides, which I thought made it a lot more fun than a normal Cooks map. We were kind of going around each other for a good little bit there. But you guys had a great spot in front of your spawn, shooting into the road. So we were getting hit pretty hard. We were like, okay, this isn't working. So then what I did is, at least for the 59th point of view, I brought us around to the hill in front of the corn fence. IVB came with us, 5th and C followed behind, and then I noticed there was a group on the far corner of the map again. And they were separated from the main force. So I said, okay, let's just defeat in detail, overwhelm that group, get up on that corner, start working our way down the other side of the map while we leave Florida, Maryland, and Delaware on this side of the map. We did that, and then from there, I think we were able to just kind of wiggle our way up into that corner of the map where you guys were on your fence. And the highlight was definitely kind of bowling you guys into your spawn with both sides there. At least from our point of view, that was really cool. I know firsthand that was not fun for you guys in the woods with no real way out. But it was pretty exciting, I think, for a bit. And then when you guys shifted over to the graveyard, I thought that was a pretty good move because you had there's not a ton you could have done in that spot. So that got us on our feet a little bit, and we had to react to that and everything too. But shout out Union, fun Cooks map, a lot more fun than I think we thought it was going to be going into it because it is Cooks. Came down a lot closer than we thought it would. You guys played a pretty good defense. You had a nasty counterattack and taking, and when we got you in taking losses there. Very good counterattack, bloody fight on point, and then you had a really good counterattack when we were on breaking there. That was pretty close at the end as well. So shout out you guys, fun maps. But yeah, that's just kind of how the CSA map went from our point of view.
Thanks for that perspective. One question I do have: did any officers on the Union side hear Bus like ear raping inside a little shack by where you were holding in the first round?
Negative.
Okay.
Negative. Nah.
Because Bus was basically ear raping, like, Ninja, I know you can hear me. Donald Trump would like to basically that the whole time.
He was wrong. I did not hear.
Okay. Well, that was probably for the better, but you can see what he said in the video. But yeah, anyone have any more thoughts before we call it off for a night?
First map.
Where were you at? Where were you at, Fred, on the first map?
You were fighting him.
Where do you think? We were
the ones fighting you guys. Oh, that's fantastic.
On the rock?
Did you not notice every time you'd leave there, I'd go back and kill your guys that just stayed? That was fantastic.
Yeah, that you guys were kind of mixing 2 strats together. You were mixing the turtle strat behind the barn and also like trying to do some left side deflate stuff. Like you can't do that. Every single one of those pushes, whoever it was, doesn't matter, down the left side, like charging into us, that is not good for the CSA to do.
Well, they had one charge. They had one charge that I was actually worried about whenever they came on our right. They came down the road. I didn't see them till it was almost too late. But luckily, one of my guys seen it, and we were able to fall back pretty quickly.
It's okay for them to do aggressive stuff, but it has to be like all aggressive, in my opinion.
Let's not give them too much on that.
If you're turtling, you got to turtle. If you're being aggressive, you got to be aggressive. If half the team's turtling and half the team is being aggressive, you're gonna lose every time.
I actually think we played that pretty well defensively up until the end there, which I'll talk about very briefly because that was super fucking annoying. Nothing you guys did. You guys played that well. Annoying from our side. The reason we kind of split it was because originally our left side was IVB, Florida, Maryland, and 5th NC. That was our, I guess, Union right. That's who you guys were fighting up there near the barn. Originally, they wanted to hold those woods, but quickly, I saw your whole team was going there, and so I said, pull back. They stuck it out. They were fighting a bit, and then they eventually decided to just hold near the barn and just kind of let you guys push up. The reason that us and Delaware on the Union left kept pushing down that road is because I saw it was not a big group on those rocks every time. I had 21 guys, and then Delaware had, I think, like 10. So I was like, all right, wait until they fire for the most part, push up, get shots in. You guys, I think, fell back every time we pushed forward.
Yeah,
Um,
it was us that you were fighting on that left side. I had
Mm.
maybe 13, 14, and yeah, we
That was-
weren't
that was a fun-
we were not gonna hold that. We were just
That was a fun little
basically
back and forth, though.
Yeah, it was because we'd push up just to get it was a numbers thing. We were trying to get more numbers
Yeah.
on the left side, and as long as you guys were pushing us with more numbers than we had, we were happy because we were just trying to make it numbers.
Yeah, and I think you did a pretty good job at that. But I honestly think we're winning that engagement on the Union left. I think the CSA, I think we were doing pretty well over there, ticket wise, because every time we pushed up, we were able to get shots into the side of the units in that ditch at the other end of the map, and on that fence. And that was the only reason we wanted to do it, because we wanted to take we wanted to take some of the focus off of our guys on the left side, especially early on when they hadn't fallen back to the barn yet. Because I noticed.
If you notice, whenever you guys started shooting across the map, we'd start maneuvering on you.
Yeah, we did
Whenever
notice
y'all
that.
quit shooting, whenever y'all quit shooting at us, we started maneuvering on you because
Yeah, and that
were
was
worried
good.
that you were killing a lot of people over there.
We were hitting some pretty good shots, I think, just what I could see. But yeah, we did see you moving around us, shooting us from the porch and everything. Funny story, I had Delaware. I asked Delaware to cover you guys every time we were doing that. Love Carl, Beauty. He would go and do it. Unfortunately, I think every time I looked to my right, I saw Delaware was wiped. So good shots. That's pretty unfortunate though, because we'd start getting shot in the side again. I'm like, dude, where's Delaware? And it's just Carl, his flag, and like two guys up. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, and I got to give a
What
special
happened?
shout out to my man Angel with 5th Virginia. He came over and helped us a lot too. But then we kind of got too many people on that left side, so we had to move back to the right. But
Yeah,
you
I was
can't-
over there at some
there's
point,
not enough
at
cover
one
over
point,
there
too.
for too many.
Fun, very fun back and forth though,
Oh, yeah,
especially when you
that was
pushed us all the way back off that left, and pushed us back towards the cornfield, the white fence area.
Yeah.
Right before we hit braking, which I'm going to talk about that very briefly, just because I think that's kind of an important part. Because I think we were pretty even ticket wise that whole game, which was really fun. Because I was like, okay, we could do this, if we play our cards right. So right before we hit braking, I said, yo, guys at the barn, come right down the road. There's no one here really. Let's get above the point and just start shooting into the side, because they're going to have to come out and fight us. They're going to have to push towards us to cap the point. So let's just get into a position where we can just sit above it, pour shots into it as you come up, and then immediately go back in. And if whoever was there on point, you guys saw that
If
group.
you did that 2 minutes before you did it, it would have been more effective.
It would have
If
been.
you were established, if you were established there before, like way before we were, like 2 minutes before we were, you would have fucked us up. But you were kind of getting into position as we were capping point, and I think it was too late. But I've
That's
been in
exactly what I was
that
about
spot.
to
That is
say.
a very good spot to defend the point from as CSA.
Yep, and that's exactly why I wanted to go down it.
spot, really.
Because we had Florida, Maryland, 5th NC still at the barn around that time, where we were about to hit braking. And I remember, like, even before that, I was like, hey, we have to think about point here. The right side is going to open up here. They're going to push down that. Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of people on this right. Let's push forward. Let's all stack up on the right, sit above the point, and just shoot them as they come out, and then just try our best on point. Because we're even on tickets, I think we can afford to just sit it. I honestly have no idea what happened. Eagle, I assume you would see it better than I can, but all I know is that we got there early. We were on that fence. We were with Delaware, and then I don't know what happened to a lot of our team. I heard they got stuck on a fence.
I mean, your team, it took, so a good chunk of your team was up where you guys were at. A good chunk were still
Mhm.
trying to get up there. But, I mean, Union pre-capped the point so much, so it didn't really matter in the end what you guys did.
I know.
Was that whenever we were pre-capping? Whenever
Yes.
6 were
Yeah.
pre-capping? Okay.
That was a good pre-cap, really good pre-cap.
Dude, we were so close on capping one time. I was like, oh my god.
I know, dude. I thought you guys were going to.
I was so, yeah, I know. Like, shut up! I'm not doing it. And I'm like, oh my god,
Dude,
please don't.
I thought you were gonna cap it. I got so hyped,
you
dude.
and your goons.
I got so hyped. You got no idea. I was like, yo, these.
Screaming at Ninja, get your guys back!
I was
Dude,
the
I
only
was
guy
like-
on point. I do it. This is how I edge point. I leave two
There you go.
guys off of the boundary, and then I step onto the boundary in skirmish formation by myself, and then I can edge it by myself. I don't need 3 people on the point. All you need to be is one guy in skirmishing on the point, so you can edge it like that. So you don't have to communicate to different guys.
It
I
takes
can
way too
put
long.
2 guys.
So
No,
what I
it doesn't.
did,
It really
what-
doesn't because
what-
it
what I
counts
did-
as all 3 guys are on point.
I feel like you just do the actually moment, so I am offended. Anyways, so whenever we were running off point, one of my guys is yelling at me. Django, special shout out to Django, whatever. He's like, I can't believe we're about to cap, and then I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my god, we're not. Then we didn't, and I'm like, don't tell me what to do, sir. I know what I'm doing.
Dude, I thought I'll never forget when you guys were about to cap it. I remember talking to my guys on Discord, and I was like, "Yeah, these retards might cap."
I had my rifle pointed at the Yankees on point, so one of them was gonna die.
That's what I would do too, Ninja.
One of them was gonna die if it got any closer.
But I know what I'm
Dude,
doing. All right.
we were like, "Oh, we got to get on point here because we're gonna hit breaking." And I saw it was like going up and kept going up, and I was like, "Hold on a second, hold on a minute, we might get lucky."
Well, we did it perfectly. It was all planned. It was literally planned.
It was a good early cap. We should have gotten there a lot earlier. We were slow. That's really what it was. We were just slow to move.
Look, me and
I'm proud of
Angel
the
from the
lads
mighty
tonight.
5th
All of them.
Virginia and 6th Georgia won that Union left side.
Even
I don't
Goon.
care what you say.
And then shout out Doug. He's not here, so he can't talk. Doug actually wanted to go left around the barn right until the entire Union fucking team. And I was like, Doug, brother, their whole team is right in front. You can see them. You can see 4 flags. What are you doing?
There's a fine line between bravery and stupidity. It's
Well,
a very
they
fine.
did charge, or somebody charged us at least twice for sure.
If you're off into.
Dude, I know y'all got charged on the left, and every time I heard it was happening in the Steam, I was like, why? Why? We don't have to turtle, but don't charge them. We're not gonna win that. Whatever. You guys played a good game. Tonight was fun.
Was indeed.
Kind of what we expect.
I'd
from
like
both
to
those
see a
maps,
more
but
forward defense played on Auto Sherrick by CSA. Maybe on the porches, on that front white fence, maybe even.
Dude,
even
I
the
hate
white
Auto
fence.
Sherrick as CSA. I hate playing that.
Yeah,
it's a shit, man.
I would like to
but
see
you
that.
Problem.
Get melted.
I love Auto Sherrick at CSA, but the problem with that is you have to have a good Union dance partner to charge
You
those
do.
white fences, and we
You
weren't going to
do.
do that.
Whatever,
If we
you
did
know what,
that,
Jason? Your thought does, because you guys picked freaking River Crossing one night to play a CSA, so your opinion doesn't matter, sir.
That,
I
that
did,
was not
Good
picked
map
for me.
CSA.
Hold
That
on.
is a good
That
winnable
was-
map.
That
for
was the
CSA.
6th LA anniversary, right?
Yeah,
And that was
LA
not picked.
anniversary.
And Red over here sabotaged that night. Him and Killer sabotaged it. Killer couldn't have been happier. Bullshit.
God, I hated that.
hey, look, all I'm gonna say,
That's a fact.
all I'm gonna
I
say,
love
Let
it
him
as
cook.
Union. I love it.
all I'm gonna say is 6 LA in particular has an anniversary every fucking event weekend. All right, so I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
They only
But,
do it
yeah.
every weekend, but maybe every month. It feels like.
Yeah,
They
once a
celebrate
month.
it, the anniversary of it monthly.
Hey guys, this is Piletti's fucking
Last year
8th
was
anniversary of his left nutsack
This
hanging
is
low in
Cordon's
his right.
5th year with.
The next week, this is the 5th anniversary of Paletti ordering pizza.
Whoa! He doesn't order; he cooks. Come on.
No, that's true. That's true.
Show some respect here.
Anyways,
Corda took a fat piss this morning,
any
guys.
other
We're
comments?
celebrating it tonight.
regarding the event tonight.
Love you guys.
Before we call it
Yeah,
off.
I love you guys. That was fun. Good fight, guys.
Fun. Great
See ya.
admin, by the way. Great admin. Started on
Great,
time.
fantastic
Beautiful.
admin.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Balance. I'd like
And
to
didn't have
point
a
out that
wrong
balance
map.
was sorted in
Perfect.
coordination, not mid-battle, and I think we should keep doing that.
I agree. We also didn't even need to do it though, because our numbers actually ended up perfect. I think on the first map, especially, it was like actually even.
Show
out.
your work. Show your work.
I do have some final thoughts though when we're ready.
We did it on paper. And
All right, thank you all for watching. I hope go.
Hold on, wait, Goon, you got Goon.
I know that's why I did it.
Anyways, nope. Shout out to Angel. We are the masters of the Union left side on Auto Share It, and the mighty 5th
brother.
Virginia. And also free my man Booch.
No,
That's
keep
ancient.
Booch locked up.
Hey, I
Where's
did the cue the
Scott's?
music. It's over.
Where's
All right,
Scott's
good
at?
Good games, lads. Good games.
Anyways,
All right, game.
All right,
thank you
I'll
all
see
for
you.
watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, subscribe for more. If you want to support the channel, check out the Patreon live stream. Everything we do, advertise Reg Mountain, bottom of our videos, and get raw gameplay footage of all the broadcasts we do. But yeah, appreciate you watching. It means the world. Thank you everyone for coming here.
Yeah,
Links for all the regiments
Why.org.
and the people in here will have a link in the description. But we will see you next time. Have a wonderful rest of your night.
Meow, meow. Arf, arf, arf.
Whoa.